Hello everyone, it's Kavita from Red Door Yoga and welcome back to our mini Sutra series. Thank you for joining us and wherever you are out there. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the yin-yang symbol and the philosophy behind that symbol. Now most of you are familiar with that symbol, you've seen it I'm sure, and that is a circle that has a black teardrop that leads into a white teardrop, and in the black teardrop there's a drop of white, and in the white teardrop there's a drop of white. And what I want to point out is that a lot of people, when they're seeing these two things, they tend to think of black and white as being opposites to one another. And so they think of these two energies, these two concepts, as opposing concepts. But they're not. They're actually complementary concepts. And what that means is that one begets the other, leads into the other. And so to understand that, let's start off with kind of a definition of yin and yang. So yin energy is female energy. It's considered female. It has nothing to do with men and women. It's male and female energy, just defining energies. So yin energy is female energy, and with female energy, it's dark, it's heavy, it's inert, it's internal, it's passive. And again, this is not men and women. This is male and female energy. When we are looking at male energy is hot, it's light, it's active, it's external. Okay? And so if I had 2 cups of water here, and in this cup of water I had hot water, I had hot water, and in this cup I had room temperature water, we would actually say that this cup of hot water is yang, and this cup of room temperature water is yin. So one of the things is that yin and yang are relative to one another. Okay, so the hot water is yang. Okay, it's male. The room temperature water is yin. It's seen as female energy. But now, if I have this cup of room temperature water and I bring on a cup of cold water, now this room temperature water is considered yang, and this cold water is considered yin. Now, if we continue going this way and the water is becoming cooler and cooler and cooler, it eventually turns into ice. Okay? Now, what's interesting is, hopefully you know not to apply ice directly to your skin if you're ever icing anything, because ice can burn. And so what we see is the more yin it's becoming, the cooler and cooler and cooler until it's really cold, the more yin it's becoming, it actually begets yang. So while it seemed to be going, in one direction, it becomes the other one. So now you can burn yourself with that ice, okay? And, we go the other way as well. So with that in mind, going back to the symbol, the fact that, you've got this black teardrop and there's a drop of white, you've got this white teardrop and there's a drop of black, what we're also seeing in the symbol is that both things always simultaneously exist. Nothing is ever purely one thing. And that's important as kind of a rule of the universe to understand. And therefore, if you've got a drop of this other, this other energy, this complementary energy in there, you can always utilize that droplet. As small as it is, you can always utilize that droplet to perpetuate its occurrence, to perpetuate its strength. Okay? But the good news is, if you aren't able to really get a hold of that little droplet within yourself, the large direction that you're taking, that eventually will lead into this droplet, just like the cooling off of the water eventually led into heat effectively. Okay? So what we're seeing then is, if you're noticing that you are sad, let's just use that, you're sad, you're unhappy. Inside of that unhappiness, there's also the droplet of happiness. If you can connect to that droplet that's in there, you can cultivate it. But the interesting thing is that in sadness, if you actually continue into sadness, you can actually find the essence of happiness arising out of it. Now that actually is a challenging concept for a lot of people, but we need to be willing to explore when we're going down a road and understanding that universally this concept plays out over and over and over. It is also important for us to be aware that just because we cannot see something, just because we're not aware of it, doesn't mean that it's not there. the droplet is always there. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and if you have questions, please do put them in the comment sections. Please do like the video, please do share the video. I'm always thrilled to hear from you guys, your thoughts, and it's always great when you share the video, because we appreciate being able to connect with people on the broad scale of things, and really increasing the Red Door Yoga community. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.